So I really have not pointed out how, I guess, gorgeous Tingle Island is at night, especially when everything is completed for the most part. Knuckle has he's been relaxing here. We still have not missed him as a figurine. And as part of these Tingle Goddess statues, I have not mentioned, you can actually lift them. And believe it or not, they do not break at all. They are just made of solid gold. So thanks, Knuckle, for being made of that. And take one last good look at Tingle Island, because this is the last time we will be coming here. With that, I will meet everybody back at Outset Island. So we're back again, with yet again another episode of The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker HD. In the last episode, it was a challenge. It was a pretty big challenge. We've got some last-minute collectibles, as well as begin the Triforce of Courage. In this episode, we're going to get the last shard that exists once and for all. In this episode, as well, with me is someone who is pretty notorious for liking being in the gauntlets with me, such as this guy. What is your name?
You know, if I had a nickel for every time I guest starred in a Little Saw Zelda LP where he took on a gauntlet, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, right? Hey everybody, it's Mega Master 1, not Dr. Doofenshmirtz, and I am co-commentating once again in another Zelda LP, as I just got done saying. Thanks for having me.
No problem. This one is going to be kind of more challenging, sort of. Not really, hopefully not, because this time, unlike us, we're actually going to be prepared. And I will be drinking the green potion, because we will not need this one specifically, because we have 2 servings of the soup. We have 2 openings for a fairy, so no worries about that. But
given how well you handled the Cave of Ordeals, I don't even think you're going to need the elixir soup.
Oh, 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 oh,
oh, you became French!
I guess so. Anyway, welcome to the Savage Labyrinth. It's gonna be maybe or maybe not a doozy, but, hey, this jar right here is actually kind enough to give us fairies. And, yes, believe it or not, just in case, because Mega did say he likes to have that extra insurance, I am probably going to go along with it, so. Hey, you're not. You're
you know how you could have saved some time?
What would that be?
You could have called the general.
I could have called the general, because, hey, I'm wearing a green hat, and, I have that to look forward to, but I guess not. Anyway,
yeah, he's too busy hanging out with Shaq right now. Actually, is Shaq still in the general commercials? I haven't seen them in a while.
I haven't seen them in a while either, actually, so I should probably do my research once this recording is done. Deep in the never-ending darkness, the golden shard you seek awaits. Okay, thanks, Stone.
Who knew that 1/8 of 1/3 of ultimate power was buried just steps away from Link's house?
Steps away from Link's house. That's one great way to describe it. Anyway, welcome to the first floor of the Savage Labyrinth. This one I should probably point out. It's very similar to Twilight Princess. There are about 51 floors, close to 49, as I was probably going to bring up at some other point. There are some differences according to getting the last shard. In the GameCube version, you do happen to get a Triforce chart instead, but instead you get the last shard here straight off the bat, because I think, again, Nintendo is throwing us a bone just for the sake of having to, I guess, needing to relax for the most part, because it was a pretty long challenge in the initial release.
You don't have to pay as much money, or you don't have to get as many charts translated by Tingle this time.
That too. You save a ton of, I want to say up in the 1200s as well, so that's a pretty nice bone that Nintendo throws at us. That's like the one way that I describe it, throwing a bone. But hey, this, in the beginning, is not hard. It is not hard, because unlike Twilight Princess, I will say, when the time comes to drop through the floor and get a refresher floor, unlike the Great Fairy, we get heart drops and rupees in this specific gauntlet. So I guess the whole saying, I don't really need the soup, will come into play here, depending on how bad or good this goes. Again, it's not bad, but it probably will be if I'm not as prepared.
You could also dig for the hearts as the wolf in the Cave of Ordeals.
You do dig for hearts. There is one specific floor where you're able to do that. Otherwise, it's just rupees on the rest of the floors. But, Magtail, you're gonna do your thing.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, that's not an option here.
It is not an option here because we're not a wolf. We have jars, man. Anyway, hey Magtail, how's it going? And then, boom, he's out of here.
So, something funny that Alex pointed out, like, just yesterday before we were recording this, is that the last time I was a guest in his Zelda LP, and we also took on a gauntlet, but that was also part 28, so
I know.
we didn't plan it this way, it just kind of happened.
I know, I did not do this on purpose. Episode 28 of Twilight Princess was the Cave of Ordeals, and episode 28 here is the Savage Labyrinth, so that's just freaking awesome. That is just great. Holy moly. But, yeah, this is not hard. It is not hard, but it's hard if you make it hard. That could have gone, that could have been worded way worse, but,
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
That is actually a quote from Miss Sayanella when she was doing the Skyward Sword.
Oh, is that why you've been
Sky
saying it so long? I thought it was something that was coming from you specifically. But I can hear Masay saying that.
I actually stole that from her. I really should be guilty of that sort of thing, but, man. Why do I do that? Just, why do I do that, man? Anyway.
I don't think I have any room to talk here. I feel like I, like, copy other people's sayings and make references all the time, so you're not alone.
I guess not. I guess not, but anyway, Moblin time. I guess this is the one person or the one creature, just a giant pig walking with a spear, that Maggie from Windfall Island was in love with, and Maggie, for her tastes, could it have gone worse? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But
It's too bad there weren't also moblins named Larry and Curly.
were they not?
No, it was
this
just
is what I mean.
Mo the Moblin. I was making a Three Stooges joke.
Oh man, it's been a hot minute since I've watched the Three Stooges. Nothing better than black and white footage, right?
You know what I also appreciate about, like, this gauntlet in particular? I like how the aesthetic changes. So that way, like, it's not the same walls that you're looking at.
I think with the Wind Waker is also throwing at us is flashbacks from the past environments that we've been in. This is Forbidden Woods. I think the last background was just specifically caves that you can go into throughout the Great Sea. So there's that to look forward to as well. And that's pretty much about it, honestly. There's nothing much to it. Green Chus. They are notorious for... I'm using the word notorious a lot in this video, but
That's
hey,
the word
enemies...
of the day.
Enemies just have bad habits of doing the same things, and there's one more Chu. I don't know where he is. There, hello, Green Chu, how's it going? You having a good day? Alright, moving on. Babas are great because they have long yellow tongues, unlike Girahim from Skyward Sword has a long tongue as well, although he doesn't want to eat us.
Oh, I never paid attention if they were yellow. That is slightly disturbing. Are they sick?
They got yellow fever, I guess. I really should not be making a joke of illnesses that were spreading in the past. I should probably say poison ivy. Poison ivy is bad. It itches really bad. And it's not good. It is not good to have at all. Especially if you are prone to itching a lot, and it's just... as a person who's had a rash in the past, I probably will not say good things about poison ivy, but... Anywho. These mini-gomas are little roaches. I guess roaches with black legs, one eye, and I guess sometimes wings. And that's great.
You know, occasionally.
Occasionally. And it's already kind of getting rough. I already lost, like, only half a heart in this section? Eh.
And the sea hat to the big ones, right? And then these are just regular pea hats?
The sea hats are the big ones. They only exist in the ocean.
Okay.
They are not here. 1 second. Sorry about that. I had to cut out a certain section that I was kind of interrupted, but it's okay. No worries. It's not... I didn't get interrupted nearly as badly as I did in 2014 when I launched Ocarina of Time. So...
Unfortunately, I wasn't around there, and I didn't know you back then, so I cannot reference that, so I'm just going to assume it was bad.
If I ever redo another Let's Play, it's probably going to be that one. So much could have gone better.
And, you know, while we're going down here, this isn't related to what we were talking about, but a couple episodes ago, you and my son Jason Matthew were throwing some shade.
Probably so. And a mega superstore? Megaway Master 1. Curse you, man. You're opening a store without my permission. That is bad. Anyway.
I always knew my dad was a shopkeeper.
So why
my
exactly do I need your guys' permission to open up a shop right here on the Great Sea?
Because I'm funny, okay?
Alright, well, you know what? I'm just going to say the same thing I said whenever I commented on that video, that I am actually going to be opening up my own shop right here on the Great Sea. It's in the secret 50th quadrant. You don't know about it. You never found it. But it's actually Keelhaul Key. It's connected to the Thousand Year Door, and I'm going to take over the shopkeeper's shop in that game, that island on Keelhaul Key, and run everybody out of business, including the Gorons. So, take that.
I warned Jason that you might go ballistic, so... And that happened.
Have you seen Super Paper Mario Versus? I can go ballistic, man.
Jason Matthew, thanks, man, for sticking along, but... hey. Flame dodge! That was...
Extreme!
I sort of did it. I sort of flame dodged him, but it didn't go as planned. Whiz robes are not that bad. It's just Toucan Sam just throwing flames. It ain't bad, but...
You know, I commented this too, but why in this game, why toucans?
I'm not sure. Like, you did point out, Breath of the Wild, whiz robes are much harder to take out because you need to really snipe them with some bow shots, and they jump around. They jump around, and they are not nice.
They jump up,
nice
jump up, and get down. No, but I think the thing that I also pointed out, they are, like, very creepy and unsettling in Breath of the Wild. Like, just the way they prance, and they're much larger, I think, compared to their past iterations.
They are larger.
So I think it's just, like, that childlike innocence plagued with, like, that prancing and just their intimidating size. I was off-put, to say the least, whenever I came across one.
Yeah, I don't own Breath of the Wild, but I did play it, though. I did play it, and I was able to get some... I got shocked, but I was able to get some Wizrobes defeated. I cannot... these yellow chews are getting me. Yeah, those Wizrobes are just not... Again, they're not nice. They prance around, and they are just... I should probably not bring up an enemy from Tears of the Kingdom. I am not sure if it is... if I've reached to the point where there's no spoilers anymore, but I guess stop me if I go too far. Should I mention this enemy, or should I not?
I know I've been put off by likes, which I don't feel like that's a very big spoiler, considering you see them in the first couple hours. Is that the one you were going to talk about?
No, that is not. Okay. All I'm gonna say is
I've admittedly kind of been slacking on Tears of the Kingdom. Once Pikmin 4 came out, I'm just like, ooh, I need to devote my attention to this. And then some other things came out, and I just haven't gotten back to it, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's no worry. So that was not the enemy that I was gonna bring up, but yeah, good guess though, but that's not the one. And again, these Wizrobes, the area may look easy, but some are just not. I guess judging a book by its cover is not one thing that goes in favor for the Savage Labyrinth, but yeah, that's pretty much all I'm gonna say about that.
Yeah, Outside Island goes much deeper than you'd expect.
Yeah, just give it that headstone, just gave it all away. Just roll with it. Big Armoses are not bad. They honestly are not bad. They're just big. They're much easier to take out than the mini ones, since you have to hit their backs with them.
Yeah, they're fine. They're fine.
Oh my god. Thanks. Thanks for bringing up that quote. I wasn't gonna mention that it came from somebody else, but I guess it happened anyway. So that's good. And Dark
Whoa,
Nuts...
ice arrows are your friend here. I was about to ask, do you consider them easier here, but I think you may have answered that question.
What was the question?
I was gonna ask if you consider the Dark Nuts easier here than the Iron Knuckles in Twilight Princess.
They are easy, because believe it or not, ice arrows do not exist in Twilight Princess. Bomb arrows do, which kind of makes it good in the favor of defeating them when it comes to knocking off their armor, but they're much easier in the Wind Waker. Yeah, and that's about it. But hey, next chest. May as well crack it open and find out what for real is in here. You've got a Triforce shard. At last, you found that the last shard fused together all 8 to form the Triforce of Courage. And there we go. Yeah, end of the episode.
Now we have one-third of ultimate power.
Yeah, but no, there is much more of the gauntlet here. So, destroy that elephant statue, as you can see, are from the Earth Temple. We have more to do. We have much more to do. So, hey, Redead, how's it going? Oh man, that elephant shriek is just something that I was just waiting to hear in this episode. There we go.
And of course, the Mirror Shield is just as effective here as it was in Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask, I gotta say, this is also a game that is a 3D release, and he is having a good time on my back. This is another 3D Zelda release.
What a good Samaritan.
He is a good Samaritan, but hey, this is another 3D Zelda release. It does not actually have the Hylian shield, as opposed to Majora's Mask, because Majora's Mask was the Mirror Shield, and this is just another one. This is just another one.
Yeah, the one that you start with in Majora's Mask is close, and this one, or the one that you start with here, the Family Shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's similar in design, but it's brown.
It is brown. It is brown. No bubble. I'm getting my hook shot out. You leave me alone, man. You leave me alone. And bring back, yet again, getting jinxed. Hey, that's another Majora's Mask bit. Getting jinxed because you can't use your sword. That's just great.
Now the bubbles are like, you owe me a soda!
You owe me a soda. Bubblegum soda, that is, because he's blue. Alright. Get over here, buddy. Yep, and again, I pointed this out last time, but I just wanted to dedicate this specific Triforce shard just to one episode, because gauntlets they're fun. They're fun to go through, but they're not bad. They're not bad. I mean, they're still bad. They're still bad, but not nearly as bad as the other bad. That was totally a word salad.
But here, I don't blame you. That it's just easier to get them all done in one shot.
Yeah, I was not gonna cram this into episode 27, believe me.
Since I'm assuming there are no checkpoints once you start.
They are no checkpoints. Once you enter a ring of light, you gotta go all the way back through. And believe me, that is one mistake that I'm not gonna make here. Pose. Yay. Hey, Pose, how's it going? And I should stop asking that question to enemies that I just come across once in a good hot minute.
Ask him?
I guess if you want to. I guess if you want. That's what friends are for.
How's it going? Has a family.
Oh my. How's the family? He's like, I don't want to eat my vegetables. I've already done it. I've already did it, Mom. The way he just prances around. Oh man, come here, dude.
Mind your
There
peas
we
and
go.
carrots, son.
I thought it was P's and Q's.
Maybe it
Was
is. Maybe I'm mixing that up.
Is there one extra Poe in here that I did not? Yep. Hello. The PP yellow Poe. Yay. The urine yellow Poe. I should not say that again. Get out of here, man. All right. There we go. We're good.
I was
We're
hoping
good.
it'd be orange.
Orange. Eh?
Because then I could ask, can somebody tell me why the Poe is orange?
Oh, big time rush. Gustavo.
I only
The
know
episode.
that quote because of our last recording.
Big time rush is quite the episode. Quite the show. Quite the show. I have had moments where I laughed at it at the age of 15 years old, and I honestly would go back and watch it again because it was a good and rather funny show, even though it was a show about a boy band, but still.
I do know that they had like a weird crossover with Patchy the Pirate from SpongeBob.
And Big Time Rush?
Yeah, I did a double take because I never watched the show, but I turned Nickelodeon on randomly. I'm like, is that Patchy the Pirate? Why is Patchy the Pirate in this show?
He's not in the show. Don't worry. I don't.
No, he
I
was.
don't recall
I
an
swear
episode.
this exists. He had a crossover with them.
Wait. Now I think I know what you're talking about. Yep.
I'm not
Forgive
crazy. Partially insane, not crazy.
Forgive me. It did take a while to process the crossover with. Yeah. Didn't Tom Kenny play Patchy the Pirate?
Yes, he did.
Okay. It looked like him. The face of Patchy the Pirate was very similar to the face of Tom Kenny. So.
Which is ironic because he's playing like SpongeBob's biggest fan, and they did something very similar in the Amanda Show, where Penelope from the Amanda Show was Amanda's #1 fan, but she'd never
Amanda,
get to meet her.
please.
So it was a similar dynamic there. She was also played by Amanda Bynes.
Oh my God! I'm in Amanda's dressing room, please.
One of my older cousins had to tell me that that was also Amanda Bynes. It was like, I'm like, no, they were in the same scene in this part, and like she was just on the other side of the door, and I didn't understand how split screens worked then.
They were good at it. They were good at it back then. So, I guess give them more credit than what they deserve for. So, Amanda's show was just great. That was a great time.
It gave us Totally Kyle.
So like, one time, I was like in the shower, and I got soap in my eyes, and it like hurt really bad. So I started washing my eyes with soap, and it just hurt really bad. Like,
And then I
man.
realized it wasn't soap, it was mustard. That was Totally Kyle.
Did he actually say that?
No, but like the fact that you didn't question it makes it sound like yes, that kind of joke would exist there.
Oh my God, Drake Bell, man, it's you're funny, man. You're funny.
Given certain actions that are controversial in the last couple of years, I don't really want to say much more than that.
Yeah, and I probably should have brought this up as well. That skull that you saw floating above my head just there, it reverses your joystick. Because I'm like ambidextrous when it comes to this game, when the skull's above my head, I hold down to go forward. So
That's actually something I don't think I've seen covered in a Wind Waker LP before. I don't think I've seen that. I've seen the jinxing happen where you can't pull out your sword, like for example right now. But was
just going to light.
the reverse controls, that's something only the pose can do, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Boomerang. I gotta get out the skull hammer. That the timing for it is you gotta react quick on these Stalfoses because they will reassemble themselves if you're not quick. That should be another step.
Naturally.
These bubbles, like I pointed out in the wind temple, there are fire bubbles and there's blue bubbles. The blue bubbles you cannot hit with your sword; it just does not work. So Hey, I guess, hooray for being able to fight enemies that I shouldn't ever have to do again.
And then I may have asked you this in the last co-commentary, but do you have a favorite like sub item here?
My favorite sub-item.
Yeah.
Definitely the Skull Hammer, by far, because it is no
I have
other...
noticed that you've used it quite a bit here. It definitely looks like the most fun hammer that's been featured in a Zelda game.
It is. It definitely is. Because it's not in other 3D Zelda releases, or at least on a similar one, as opposed from the Ball and Chain and Twilight Princess, there's nothing more destructive than a big ol' glorious hammer with a skull on it. And I'm getting bombarded by
there
these
was the
minions.
hammer in, like, A Link to the Past, for example, and then there was also there's the Megaton hammer in Ocarina of Time. I think what it is with this one is the fact that you can, like, smack it down, but then you can also, like, slash it, essentially.
Yeah, like, if I can demonstrate, like
it's
that.
it's more versatile than hammers of the past.
Yeah, you can jump attack, you can just go like this, you can go like that. It's great. It's beautiful. I like the Skull Hammer because it helps me out in most scenarios. Anywho. Oh, this room. Oh, I hate this freaking room. These choo-choos are the worst.
Choose of every color of the rainbow except blue. And the purple ones that you need light for.
Oh, I was gonna do something dumb. Hurricane spin. Yeah, buddy. Oh my god. And the lag begins.
The colors of Trix yogurt, man. Or not Trix yogurt, Trix cereal.
Silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids. Anyway.
Yeah, I haven't had Trix in a while. Both yogurt and the cereal. I don't care if I'm grown up now. Can't tell me what to do, silly rabbit.
You can't tell him what to do, boy. Anyway. Hello, Wizards.
How are you
Thankfully,
doing? How's the family?
Thankfully, they do not spawn enemies, because that would be a disaster. God, there's so many of them.
You know, missed opportunity for the like the special Wizrobe that you pointed out, the one that's actually missable. Missed opportunity for that to not show up down here.
Yeah, because he is just one form of Wizrobe. He is the red one. He's dressed differently, and if you kill him, he does not come back. So, get him.
It's one of like very few enemies that isn't a boss that you can miss.
Yeah. Unlike Helmarok King, who was the bird that kidnapped Errol in the very beginning.
He's like a mini boss.
Considering that you get a heart container, I guess he's a boss. He is a boss.
Oh yeah, full-on boss, because the second visit to the Forsaken Fortress is basically treated like a dungeon there too. Though
yeah,
not quite as long as previous ones.
And considering, again, the second visit to Forsaken Fortress, after you leave, it unlocks a bunch for you to do. Because people return to Windfall, people return to Outset as well. It's great. I guess the one person that only returns to Outset is Errol at the very end, but, yeah, and these... I freaking hate when Redeads stand up like this. You gotta go behind their backs, and yeah, it's great. I'm gonna try to attempt this again. The thing that I did in episode 27. Nope, it didn't work. It's okay.
And kapow!
Because I did a sick combo with these guys in episode 27 and Overlook Island, and it was... I cannot do that again. Stalfoses, yay. Drop a bomb there and get your Boomerang and Skull Hammer out on ready, so we have something to look forward to. Some explosions, perhaps? Bam! And with that... Man, that was freaking beautiful. That was... That timing was just obligatory. Anyway. There's nothing worse than 3 moblins running up on you, is there? Anyway.
You walked in the wrong neighborhood, man!
You walked in the wrong neighborhood, you better get out of here, man, because otherwise I'm gonna smack you. I'm gonna smack you, and then I'm gonna... They're hitting their friends. What the hell are you doing, man? Jump.
So I may have also mentioned this in our last co-commentary. Yeah, forgive me if like a lot of this overlaps, just because it's similar territory where we're going through a gauntlet, and thus I'm trying to come up with new topics to bring up. But I genuinely think that, I mean, of course, there are rumors around the time we're recording this of the Switch's successor or sequel coming out soon. But I genuinely believe in order to fill time between Zelda releases, they could re-release Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD again, and I think they would satisfy the crowd until the next proper 3D Zelda comes out.
Probably, yeah.
Which would be good for me, because if I haven't already mentioned, I haven't actually played Wind Waker. It's only 3D Zelda that I haven't played.
Yeah, it's... once you get used to it, it is not a... it's not a bad Zelda game at all, honestly. It's
no, not by any means. I love what I've seen.
It's hard. There's a bunch to pass up in that you can never get back unless you restart the game file, but that's about it. Wizard, don't you dare. There we go. I guess to spice up the conversation, I was watching Prisoner of Azkaban today for like the third time in a long time. It's 2 hours long, but man, that is a good Harry Potter movie. Like, holy crap. It just reminds me of... I didn't do it on purpose.
Well, come on then, let's not wait for the grass to grow.
What'd you just say your name was again? The Leaky Cauldron. You know.
You hear that, Leaky Cauldron? That's in London.
Leaky Cauldron? Is that what I heard?
Yeah. That's
Leaky
the tavern
Cauldron.
that he wanted. Yeah, that's the tavern that he wanted to go to.
The Leaky Cauldron.
I think it was Valiki Cauldron. Was it?
Isn't that what I said?
I heard Leaky Cauldron. I was like, that cauldron's
yeah, that's
leaking
what I
pretty bad. I don't even know if I misheard anything, but it was funny regardless in these style
Is it not the Leaky Cauldron? Have I just misheard that all these years?
After rewatching it today, I heard Valiki Cauldron, but Stalfos, you son of a gun. These Stalfoses are bad.
You sneaky Pete.
Take this, you dirty dog. There we
Bright
go.
side, a lot of bomb flowers there, so that'll set off a chain reaction.
They haven't. Because I own bombs of my own, so it's a... Hello. Oh, man. No better way to end it off with 4 Dark Nuts. Is that where we are? Is that where we are? Hopefully. Hopefully not. Ice arrows. Here we come, boys. Skull hammer. Come on.
I have a feeling he's not even going to touch his magic armor either.
I was going to demonstrate that after the item that we're going to get here after this specific
I ruined the surprise.
Not fully.
Good job, me.
Not fully. Okay, Dark Nut. Leave me room, please. Leave me room for effort. Yay. Jump attack, please. And I punched my mic. This is great. You probably didn't hear it, but I probably punched it.
Not that I could hear, but I'll choose to believe you.
I just realized that I'm out of magic. Alright. Blue potion, here we come. I didn't think that I was going to drink you, but man, you're kind of helping at this point. I was wondering why ice arrows didn't come out.
You still haven't had to touch the elixir soup, right?
Not yet.
Okay.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah, I feel like
Ice
if I were
arrow.
to play this game, I think ice arrows would probably be my go-to.
Yeah, because they go from kill to stun, and you can just get them with a skull hammer. It's just a great way of extermination.
Unless the fire arrows do more damage and will just get the kill faster.
Definitely. And this is the end. No, not the movie This Is the End with Seth Rogen, but this is the end of this. I'm not going to do it. My throat kind of hurts. But anyway, welcome to this chest. This is an item that is, I will say, is available in the GameCube version. This is the Hero's Charm. This mystical trinket gives you the ability to see the life forces of your foes. It's basically a health level that you see in older releases. I will say, in the GameCube version, you do not get the Hero's Charm here. You actually get it from giving Miss Marie at Windfall Island a good chunk of joy pendants. But here in the HD version, they give it to you in the Savage Labyrinth at the very end. So, yeah. And to demonstrate it...
What was originally here in the GameCube version?
What was here in the GameCube version? I think a very giant rupee. Okay. Or if not, a heart piece. It was either a heart piece or a very large rupee. I'm not sure which.
Yeah, because I remember seeing a playthrough of the GameCube version. I know you could get it before this point.
Yes. It's really optional. You can get the Hero's Charm anywhere outside of the Savage Labyrinth. This is not a long gauntlet, but I guess since we're here, since we're outside of the gauntlet, I may as well demonstrate the magic armor as well, since you brought it up. So, in the GameCube version, the magic armor consumes magic power. Here, it does not. It's loud, it's kind of making a crazy noise, but I'm glowing and purplish. But my magic meter is not moving. Nor is the rupee count. It's very close to Twilight Princess, except better, like Jason pointed out. In Twilight Princess, when you have the magic armor on, your rupee count depletes regardless whether you take damage or not. And both the magic meter and the rupee count stay still in the HD version, so it only depletes my rupee count when I take damage. So that's really awesome for them to throw us that bone as well, and hey, Choo Choo's, how's it going? That's about it. The downside is that it's loud. You gotta deal with that noise, so yeah.
I will say the aura surrounding you doesn't look as cool. I mean, like, there's a reason you would switch to the magic armor for certain cutscenes, just because it looked awesome.
Yeah, it served as a new tunic. I was like, wow, I gotta wear this thing. But I guess to demonstrate, I probably should have reset it when I came outside of the Savage Labyrinth. I could have demonstrated it on bigger enemies like Dark Nuts and Moblins, but I guess Choo Choo's will work as well. Hey. It looks cute. I have eyes glowing through it, and it's just shaped just right for Link's eyes. But if we go ahead and target a green shoe, we have a red meter just chilling right there. And now it's gone. Pretty great.
You also have the most powerful Master Sword, so like pretty much any hit that you give with it is going to kill it anyway. So there is that. Much. So it's probably more useful for stronger enemies like the Dark Nuts, like you said.
Yep, and that's about a wrap for this episode, and...
So, wait, before I go, I have to plug my new business. Stop by Mega's Superstore today.
Oh my god. I knew he was going to go ballistic.
You can't beat our prices. Don't listen to that swindler Beetle. He'll rip you off and send you coupons that only heal you. We treat our business and our customers seriously and with dignity.
Everybody go shop at Mega's. It's pretty much the best store there is. It's got everything you need.
By the way, Jason, you're still grounded and you're going to have to work at the store this weekend for no pay.
Oh, for no pay? You're working for free, man. Enjoy your day.
You're working for free, son.
Anyway, with that, we will be going to this screen, and it'll serve as another video. I won't say what yet, but stay tuned. Subscribe, like, comment, or anything else. In the next episode of The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker HD, we will be going to Hyrule Castle, and this is the final fight on Outset Island. This is pretty much the last time that I will be here. With that, peace out, everyone.
You know, this may be a hot take, but I wouldn't think the words gorgeous and tingle would be used in the same sentence. Alex needs to use this as a blooper at the end of the video. I mandate it.
I will.
Okay, good.
I'll try and remember to.